Monkie Kid is now dead, so we had to wear all black to the funeral.
Lego has not come out and said officially if Monkie Kid is never going to return, but currently all signs are pointing to the fact that we are not getting Monkie Kid the rest of this year. We're not getting Monkie Kid in the first or second half of next year. Who knows after that? And so Methuselah and I are here to break down what has happened.
There were literally only 2 sets for all of 2025, I guess. The mythical creature Chilin and Erlong's celestial mech.
And that's really the last that we've heard from Lego is like, okay, here are our new sets for the year. Awesome. And I was checking LinkedIn. That's the last mention of Monkie Kid on LinkedIn was the designer of the Chilin saying, here's the set. No one has said anything else about Monkie Kid. I checked Twitter. The last thing people are saying about Monkie Kid besides the fan art is the Legoland Shanghai with their new Monkie Kid land, but nothing about, no confirmation about season 6, nothing about future sets, not even any text-based leaks or rumors. We already know set numbers for Ninjago through next year. Nothing about Monkie Kid for the next year or two, and it's just crazy. What has happened?
That's not really a happy way to go, is Erlong's celestial mech and the mythical creature Chilin. I'm not saying they're bad sets at all, but there are definitely some banger sets like the Monkie Kid's 5-year celebration anniversary sets, Megapolis City. That maybe would have been a good way to just end it right there. But now we're kind of left at this weird gray area, because wasn't there literally supposed to be a new season of Monkie Kid that they were teasing at the end of the last season?
I mean, honestly, I won't spoil the specifics of season 5, but they ended it in a way where it's it could wrap it up pretty well. It could be a decent way to be okay, here's the end of this story. That's fine. They left it open for future stories just in case they want to keep milking it. At this point, who knows? And you're right about the sets. It is a bit of a whimper. Just if we look at a graph of Ninjago and their trajectory and Monkie Kids, it's in 2020 when Monkie Kid came out, it's goes crazy. And it went crazy for a couple of years. Just amazing set after amazing set. Incredible show, mind-blowing, Sakuga animation. But then Ninjago has been oh, actually, we are going to take some of this. We're going to do Dragons Rising, which is the best couple of seasons of Ninjago that it's had in a long time. We're going to incorporate all this crazy mech stuff and tanks. We're going to do all this dragons and creatures and all of these building techniques from Monkie Kid in Ninjago. And so now it's Ninjago has surpassed, and Monkie Kid's whoa, okay, Erlong's mech and Chilin. Even if you like them, they're not bad. But it's just Ninjago has so far outpaced it at this point.
So basically Ninjago absorbed Monkie Kid's budget, and now Ninjago's copying Monkie Kid and making display sets like the Dragonstone Shrine, doing more 18+ sets with the Ninjago Modular Building series, and doing more way dope mechs like Cole's Titan Dragon mech. Bro, they took the whole budget of Monkie Kid. It's not fair. They did it. This isn't fair, but I guess, hey, drill in the well that's most profitable, I guess.
I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. We don't know if that's for sure, but I think they were able to test a lot of this stuff with Monkie Kid, like you're saying, with the more display-focused teenage sets like Flower Fruit Mountain, the Heavenly Realms, and now they have Dragonstone Shrine in Ninjago and Tournament Temple City, stuff like that.
And the new Ninjago Legends leaks it in these display things. It really seems like that's taking the market for what Monkie Kid was.
What I want to know is, how did they sell in China, in Southeast Asia, their target demographic, the target market, where they explicitly said since the very beginning, this is who we're targeting and why we made this theme, which makes sense. Well, we just have no idea how it did over there. If it did well enough, maybe it could come back. But the fact that they couldn't market it to the whole world and it was so limited, I think just decreased the momentum that it would ever be able to develop.
They should have just put this TV show on Netflix. Why is Dreams on Netflix? Where could I go watch the Monkie Kid TV show? I think I had to watch it on YouTube. I don't know if it's illegal admitting that, but that's where I watched season 5. Why was the show? It was English dubbed. The voice actor for Sokka was playing MK. That's a good voice actor. This show is not able to be found at all, so how can you really even expect? Not that you need a show to sell sets, but it definitely would have helped in the US markets.
Terrible. As someone who's been an MK fan since the very first came out, they absolutely cut off the show at the legs and prevented it from having any chance of succeeding outside of the original intended demographic. You're exactly right. Put it on YouTube, put it on Netflix, whatever. There are entire Twitter accounts from dedicated Monkie Kid fans just dedicated to tracking down where the show is at any given time on streaming. And okay, now this country has it on Amazon Prime, UK Kids, whatever. Okay, now this country has it on Happy Kids. What, like, it was horrible. It was absolutely terrible. I hope they've learned their lesson from this. You're right. The only way to watch it was like on YouTube before the got copyright struck from the Lego group. So maybe they're like, oh, we don't even care. We're just gonna take it out of the US markets. We're not gonna market the show, even though they have the show made and it's dubbed and whatever. Sorry if I'm getting worked up about this, but it's frustrating because you could have done so well.
Well, this is the place. This is the one time and place that you can get worked up about this. I mean, I just did with the Lego Marvel mini busts, so it's only fair. I don't think there was much room on the shelves any longer. Because think about it. All the announcements this year, Lego One Piece, Lego Pokemon, Lego Bluey. Think about this, Daniel, 100 IQ theory. They do Lego Adventurers before they have the Indiana Jones IP. They do original space until they have the Lego Star Wars IP. Now, they do quirky Asian creatures and characters, but now they don't need to. Because guess what? They have the Pokemon IP now. It's Pokemon Monkie Kid, Journey to the West, all the same thing.
Well, I see the overlap with One Piece in a way too, because anime inspired, yeah, it's going to be more based off the live action, but the anime aspect, Monkey Kid was a very anime inspired show. Also, the fantastical locations and creatures, there's a ton of that in One Piece, even like the locations more so than Pokemon. So I think it just sat in a really awkward space where it's like this component of it taken, like Ninjago covers that base, this component's covered by Pokemon, this is going to be covered by One Piece. Like, you're right, that doesn't make market sense to have all of these products that overlap with each other out at the exact same time.
If you want better mechs, you just go to the Ninjago theme. If you want, the only thing that was really dominating was, like we said, those big display piece sets, which maybe those weren't moving units. So that's why Ninjago's maybe shifting to some more display focused sets. I mean, it just makes sense. It's sad. Lego Monkey Kid was one of the best Lego original action themes. It had really high highs and also really low lows, but instead of just fizzling out, I wish they could have just gone all out again. We were so close to getting the antithesis to the Heavenly Realms and getting King Yama or something in the underworld or something like that. We were close to getting just one more super dope location or demon build, something like that.
And I will say this, it does seem that almost all Lego original themes, they do fizzle. They're like, okay, they've run their course, but we have still another wave or two that we've already produced. We just have to get it out. Nexo Knights ended very similarly, where it's like, well, we have this little kind of digi wave we'll just throw out there. Bionicle, what a horrific ending that was. Stars. It's like, and that was like ran so high for 10 years. So it's almost like it's an expectation now. Any Lego original theme, it's going to be high, 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 high. And then however it ends, it's going to have a bit of a whimper at the end. That doesn't necessarily discredit all of the incredible years of Monkey Kid that we've had, because it's been a fire run for sure. Look at 2024. Megapolis City and the Celestial Pagoda in the same year, along with a bunch of other cool creatures and stuff. Like, that's great. That was a great year. Pretty much every single year of Monkey Kid had several just absolutely phenomenal sets. Every year. This is the first time where they didn't, and it was only 2 sets. So it's like, it was a fizzle. It wasn't like a little gradual fizzle. It was like, okay, here's a little crackle fizzle. That's it. Like, here's the Erlang's mech. Okay, we're done.
I think 2023 was even better with the Monkey King Ultra Mech and the Dragon of the East Palace and the Mighty Azure Lion. Like, that one probably was a little bit higher than 2024, and then 2025 was just down there, bro.
Well, maybe this is for a separate video. Ranking the years, Monkey Kid years, that could be a separate video. Ranking all the sets could be a separate video. Full retrospectives, there's so much to talk about.
This is just sad, but let's go ahead and appreciate our favorite Lego Monkey Kid sets. Demon Bull King was amazing. All the demons. My personal favorite is, yes, the Demon Bull King and the Heavenly Realms. There are no other Lego theme where you're going to get sets like that.
100%. I absolutely love the Dragon of the East Palace, and you get the whole Dragon of the East that you can get to go with it, and all the other crazy characters and deities from Chinese mythology. Nuwa, Lao Tzu, Erlong, Nerja, like, just so many cool guys. So here's the thing. Even though it's sad, it really is ending, which it's looking like is more and more likely by the day. This was one of the best Lego original themes ever. And it gave us so many amazing sets, amazing seasons of show, amazing minifigs. Yeah, there were some not so great sets mixed in there, but what theme doesn't have that?
Fortnite.
What very long running big theme doesn't have a set here or there that isn't great? It was just great. It's a great theme. and it will live forever in our hearts and on our shelves.
There's no more, not room, but there's no more potential for new emerging Lego original action themes. Dreams is gonna fizzle, right? It's ending. Monkey Kid is ending. People just want IP tie-in things. We want our Super Shadow. We want our Hobgoblin. We want our Isabel, Cap'n. We don't even care if it's a chicken jockey. It's an actual IP collab that we can reference because we're not creative as a society that much anymore in an original way like we were back in the day with all these new ideas, Star Wars, National Treasure that weren't based off anything and were just original IPs. We don't live in that society anymore. Ninjago by itself is nowadays based off pre-existing IP because it's based on the old show. It just cashed in at the right time.
Well, I think that's what made Monkey Kid special, is that it took a pre-existing IP, Journey to the West and Chinese folklore and mythology, and it did a completely fresh, creative, original spin and built off of that. There's no such thing as true originality. Everything is an evolution or progression of existing ideas, and I think this was just a fantastic example of that in action. So we can only hope we can get more cool stuff and creativity. Maybe it comes in Ninjago. Maybe it comes in how Lego does cool stuff for Pokemon or One Piece or whatever. But you're right. That's the stuff we want. Lego Baratier? That's gotta be the coolest. I just can't believe that's for real, you know?
The news is with this off the markets, we can get some cooler theme. I think we should get a US president CMS.
There's no way, never. So here's the question. I'll answer first. Are we happy or okay that it's ending? I will say yes. I'm not sad that it's ending if it truly is the end, because it had such a great run. I feel like it explored so many different avenues. Yeah, they could milk it forever, and that's fine too, but if it is ended, that's okay. I'm at peace with that. We've gone through the stages of grief already, and I think we would be able to move on and just enjoy what we have without being too sad that it's over.
Yeah, I'm happy it's over. They had some cool sets, but I was sick and tired of all these Monkey Kid builds, side builds. The team themselves never really evolved like you'd want to see from a main character cast, like in One Piece. The team evolves, they get stronger, they get cooler, they get more visually distinctive in cooler ways, but we're just stuck to yellow, mustard, ketchup, cyan, gold, uncanny valley color combo. And I was sick of those piling up, because you look at the 2024 creative vehicles and you look at the 2020 Monkey Kids Cloud Jet, and it's the same thing from 4 years apart. So I'm definitely glad that that's over. Ninjago does a better job of leveling the team up over time, more visually distinctive. But if that was just going to continue, then yes, I'm very happy. But no, I am sad. I'm mainly sad for Daniel Lewa. This was his most favorite theme. You could see the glow in his eyes at the dinner table when he would talk about Ninja's Ring of Fire mech, and the twinkle in his eyes and his contrite spirit.
We lined up at the Lego store for that. You remember when they actually sold in Lego store? I was there for Ninja's Ring of Fire mech. I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be God. I was the only person who bought it that whole day.
At the end of the day, I guess we're both okay with it ending.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of emotion involved, though. Nothing gold can stay, Pony Boy.
Eat those immortal peaches.
I would love to. I would love to eat immortal peaches and live forever, because I don't want to die. But I'll live forever here on YouTube, where we have an awesome community that consistently smashes the like button and completely destroys the subscribe button with the notification bell.
Special shout out to our channel members. Maybe some of them are also Monkey Kid fans, and they are.
I'm Lidmeat, MC Go, Uncle Norman, Uncle Michael, Mary Kay, Oliver J, the Ginger, Lender, Cesar, Shui Lee, Grandma Susan, Norman Davis, the biggest Monkey Kid fan, Dr. Dan PhD, Sir Grizz, and Richie Rage. Thank you so much for being channel members on the channel. If you miss Monkey Kid, put hashtag Monkey Kid in the comment section below.
Or you can put Simi Seer and you'll be recognized as a real one. RIP Monkey Kid.